We will talk 10 most common mistakes we do while taking care of peace lilies. So without wasting your time, let's start. Number 10. Falling in overwatering trap. When the leaves of the peace lily are drooping, test the soil using a finger. If the soil feels wet, you are watering the plant too much. Try and let the plant dry out a bit more until the top inch of soil is dry. Plants that receive too much water are not able to access the oxygen they need. The roots absorb oxygen from the air spaces in the soil. And if the soil is oversaturated, your peace lily's roots can't breathe. The top inch of soil should be allowed to dry out between waterings. But that is not always a reliable indicator. Sometimes, the soil below the top inch can remain extremely moist even as the top dries out. Use a soil moisture meter to test the soil in the bottom half of the pot as well. You can add water when the meter indicates that the soil is on the dry side. Number 9. Incorrect light levels. Peace lilies thrive on the forest floor of tropical jungles and often receive dappled shade rather than direct sunlight. As houseplants, peace lilies do best when given a bit of bright indirect sunlight and some partial shade. If given too much direct sunlight, peace lily leaves essentially get bleached yellow. Brown spots or streaks on the foliage are another symptom of too much light. Number 8. Poor water quality. Quality of the water becomes very important when dealing with sensitive plants like peace lilies. If your tap water is loaded with minerals, using tap water can cause problems like yellowing leaves. This is due to the excessive presence of chemicals in tap water like fluoride and chlorine. If the leaves of your peace lilies are turning yellow, look at the soil. If you see white dots sprinkled throughout the soil, that can be a buildup of salts from low quality water. Use filtered or rainwater when watering your peace lily to keep them healthy and beautiful. Number 7. Repotting shock. Peace lilies only need to be repotted once a year because they grow fairly slow. If peace lily plants have been recently repotted, some of the leaves to turn yellow through shock. Water the plants as you usually would, but keep it in some partial shade until it recovers. It's also a good idea to avoid fertilizing the plant until it has recovered. Only repot peace lilies if they are root bound. Number 6. Keeping them in dark corner. Too much shade can also turn peace lily leaves yellow because the plant can't get enough light to perform photosynthesis. This means that the peace lily can't feed itself. If you do provide your peace lily with appropriate light, it should reward you with plenty of flowers. Number 5. Improper watering. Peace lily's origin is from tropical rainforests, so peace lily requires regular watering. Peace lily is no fan of underwatering. It will be evident if you don't water peace lily because the soil will dry up and the plant will die. Underwatering can cause yellow leaves, although this is also usually accompanied by brown tips. They need moist soil. Peace lily plants can't tolerate dry conditions and usually need watering about once a week. Number 4. Leaving dust on the leaves. For optimal health and growth of any plant, you should take care of those dusty leaves. Some varieties have pretty large leaves and all of them will attract quite a bit of dust. You can either use a damp sponge or damp paper towel to wipe any dusty leaves off. It's not gonna kill the plant but can slow down the growth and affect the health of the plant. Number 3. Lack of humidity. If the air around the plant gets too dry, it can cause yellow leaves. An average humidity level of around 60% is ideal for peace lilies when grown indoors. Check if the leaves have brown tips. This is usually down to low humidity or underwatering. Measure the peace lily every few days or situate it in a steamy bathroom or use a pebble tray filled with water to increase the humidity. Number 2. Temperature shock. Peace lily plants grow best in temperatures between 55 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit. If it's too hot, the solution is move your plant to a cooler location, away from the windows with direct sun exposure. Consider moving the plants away from windows or doorways and don't leave them near an AC vent in the summer. Number 1. Over-fertilizing. When you give a plant too much fertilizer, this can result in a buildup of sodium and other salts in the soil. Since peace lilies need very little fertilizer, it should be fairly simple to avoid this problem. Watering from top rather than the bottom can help flush out excess salt from the soil. Dear viewers, these videos take a lot of time and effort to make. I would appreciate if you hit the like button and subscribe for more houseplants care videos.